Holy moly, friends, welcome back to where wars are fought in the stars, where fantasies are final, where evolutions are new, where agents are orange, where realms are forgotten, where dragons are lanced, where coals are essenced. It was sounding good up until that last one, and we're still working on the intro. Some Mellotron music, very nice. Yeah, this soundtrack is the Cyberpunk soundtrack, but I've pulled in some of the D&D Dark, which is primarily 80s synth, Stranger Things kind of vibe. So we'll be seeing a lot of that. What's going on, Werewolf? So good to see you, my friend. And the same goes for all of you out there in Streamland joining us for the continuation of the Coalescence Act 5. We are in session 21 now for all of our tables, this being the midway point for that particular occasion. All of our tables are reaching their Nexus points. We have discovered some major revelations that tie into all of our tables and to all of the story ahead. Expect a lot of the same tonight, because after this we've got one session left for each table before we take our month off in July. This is officially the midway point, same difference, for the Coalescence Act 5. Without a doubt, one of the darkest tales that I've ran at a TTRPG for a long time, and as they say, it's always darkest before the dawn, and a particular favorite of mine, the shadow proves the sunshine. We're getting there, friends. It's about to get a little more lighthearted once we get through the darkest section of the chapter ahead. So thank you again for joining us. I, of course, am your host, Tragically HP, coming to you live ahead by a century, and disappointing you is getting me down.
What's about to happen is going to be hard.
Yeah, it is. 60-10 on the railgun, 68 on the machine gun. That's awesome.
I see you're unwrapping your Christmas present before I get here. Very nice.
Yeah, Ozzy's just telling me we got the stat block for it.
All until I polymorph it into a chicken.
Oh, fuck off. Polymorph it into a T-Rex, man.
Well, I don't want to jump the gun, but so far we're looking okay here on our chase scene. We'll see just how it lines up once I get all the pieces in place. It seems to be running okay so far. The solve, as I found it, was to disable the animations on the floating cars, because while it was cool seeing them kind of bob and weave on this chase scene map, I think having 3 animated cars as well as an entire animated map, that was causing us some difficulties. So hopefully...
Yeah, this map is cool, dude. I opened Roll20 and was like, wow!
Yeah, I've had this in the wings since 2023. We got ourselves into a scuffle with a megalomaniacal cyberpunk colonel. And the plan at the time, if you've been watching any of the other replays lately going out to a Streamland here, this all sounds very familiar. But the plan for the escape was for the characters to get into a vehicle, and we would use this map to simulate the chase scene. Unfortunately, that never happened. The map has been sitting in the wings for 2 years and 3 months before finally getting some new life breathed into it here on Thursday night.
Hell yeah.
Gonna be pretty cool indeed. Welcome back, friends. Well, it looks like we're having our first little stuttering here of the map, and oh yeah, that's because I'm just bouncing between stuff. I think that's bound to happen.
Yeah, it looks okay on mine.
Cool. Yeah, I just need to move Discord over to this monitor here, so if I need to access it, it doesn't freeze our animation. I suppose the main thing is I just wanted to check who's here with us. I know Jay said that he would be a bit late, so we can vamp in that respect. Joint said he would be late as well, but he's a big liar as usual because he's here on time. Good to see you, buddy. Happy belated birthday. He's still partied out. That's right. He's way hungover. Kai, how's life treating you?
It's doing real good. Doing real good.
Very good. Very good. And how about
Were you
Dave?
talking to me?
I was, man. You know that you're joint, and you just had a birthday.
My bad.
Yeah, good to hear you, man. Good to see you. Likewise, Dave. How's everything, brother?
I'm chilling, dude.
No,
I'm ready to put my driving skills to the test. Vaughn has never operated a motor vehicle before, but
Oh boy. Well, we will definitely be checking on that. And Paul's stepping out just as I'm about to do his herald right here. What's going on?
I'm pretty good.
All right, we'll catch you after the J-break there. Looks like Genzo is
I'll
in
be quick.
process of loading in to Roll20. Hopefully Discord as well. Cowboy unfortunately had a scheduling snafu. Kayla is potentially will be with us, potentially not. So we'll see how that pans out. Otherwise, yeah, I think we are good to go. So who wants to be where in this Kazumiri Humvee that we have stolen? Yeah, we stole it.
Tyler would like to be the A driver.
you want to drive?
No. A driver. I'm in the passenger seat. I'm giving it directions and controlling everyone in the vehicle. By that, I mean I'm going to try and heal people as we go.
I got you right on.
Either of you in the driver's seat or the co-pilot seat are also able to make use of the front-mounted railgun.
Oh, dope.
Front-firing railgun, awesome.
And then the rear-facing, well, it's not a rear-facing, it's a swivel machine gun. So theoretically, we've got 360 degree with that. That can be operated by any passenger other than the driver or the shotgun seat.
What's the ability modifier for using the machine gun? Is it Dex?
It's actually nothing. The vehicle has
Oh, really?
it has its own targeting system built in with its advanced AI, and we just
sick.
use the attack modifier written right there, which is pretty decent.
Okay, cool.
What about
shit, take it.
Celestiana?
There's a pigeon in front of us. Melted.
What about
I'm
Celestiana?
taking it.
I mean, metal. Am I still allowed to buy? Cool. Never have fun with the guns.
Oh, you've got that druidic no metal restriction, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
Still
damn.
carbon
I
fiber.
guess hopefully an open window will provide an opportunity for some spell casting, because yeah, this is about as metal as it gets.
You could
Cringe.
lean out. What level are we again? We're like level 8, right?
I think the minimum is 7, and then depending on Beskar level ups, Hype Train level ups, annual subscriptions, etc., anywhere between 7 and 10, I think, is possible right now. Possibly 11.
What
Yeah, I'm at
level-
11.
What level spell slots does Celestiana have?
That's
Hi, I'm in Discord.
Hey, welcome.
Hello.
Wait, this Humvee only has 222 hit points?
Because if you have like 5th level spells and you just do a wall of stone behind us, would be hilarious.
Only,
Oh, that would be fun.
only 222.
My character she's
I
taking
ask
forever
because
to
that means
load.
I'm almost as strong as a Humvee.
Well, that sounds about right to me then. Oh, that's right. They did reframing here. I gotta do a little on-the-spot chicanery. Get rid of these exterior taskbars.
Actually, what level is Celestiana? That's the easier question if you don't know off the top of your head what spells you got.
7 and level
Oh,
4
you're
for
level
spells.
7. Okay. Okay, never mind. So you got 4th level spells.
I'm a baby.
If the minimum is 8, Celestiana should be. If the minimum is 7, sorry, Celestiana should be level 8.
It is possible she
Yeah,
missed that
I'm
message.
level 8. Because I'm level 8, so you should be level 8.
Oh, okay. I'll take care of that.
Yeah,
Which
Paul.
means you
Paul
got
did
5th level
a
spells.
Paul did a redemption for Beskars for a lot of the players at the table who had not yet done it for themselves. So I think you were included in that.
Oh,
If you
thanks.
just do a wall of stone, you can just cut this encounter right off. Maybe.
Well, they are flying. The vehicles pursuing
Oh,
you are.
shit.
Yeah,
I didn't realize they're flying. Never mind.
yeah, they're hovering above you. You guys are ground based, but your vehicle is definitely tougher. Theirs are probably sleeker and faster. It doesn't look like their vehicles have any weaponry attached either. It's the battle bots themselves who will likely be doing any damage, which is probably going to be pretty pathetic if they're trying to attack an armored Humvee, but we'll see how that goes. Back to the issue, or the topic at hand, though. We've established our driver, our co-pilot. Celestiana cannot man any of the weapons because of her druidic ethics. So that leaves Genzo and Ozzy to man the machine gun and the left-facing laser gun, which is basically on this side here. And I'm going to try to use this map a little more so we don't freeze the animation as much. It seems to be working okay. But yeah, you've basically got not like a tight 90-degree angle to the vehicle, like it probably cuts off like 45 degrees, but you've got a decent angle of attack with that weapon as well.
Sure. Yeah.
So who wants to man which weapon?
Genzo will
Genzo
take the
taken.
laser.
I have one demand, and that is sharks with frickin' laser beams attached to their foreheads.
I was greeting you, or kid up.
I figure every creature deserves a warm meal. Field of Fire, yes indeed. All right.
Is Tyler taking the swivel?
I think you're going to have to take the swivel because Celestiana cannot, because it's a metal weapon. So I think you're the only other one who can. Or we just have nobody take it at all.
I was thinking about Tyler because I can always use ranged and spells and shit.
Let me get. Oh, I was gonna say because Tyler's co-piloting for me, giving me directions.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, I will use the gun then. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I've also got a forward-facing gun.
Yeah, I didn't hear that part. Sorry.
Yeah, he's got the railgun right there, and he was going to run like utility, it sounded like.
Yes,
I'll be
sir.
on this- I'll be on this. See if we. Obviously, we can leave it. I'm guessing if we change our mind.
Oh, if you guys want to change your seats in mid-combat, that'll be entertaining.
Some real high stakes deck saves.
I'm thinking about not staying in the car, if that makes sense.
I highly anticipated that, and believe me, I have spent no less than 6 hours over the last month contemplating how that might work ever since I built this map and started considering character speed versus vehicle speed and the natural inclination for, well, my character could just fly, so why am I going to sit inside this thing? I'm going to go up and cause all kinds of mischief, and etc. ...
I was thinking.
Notice
about
I
Misty
didn't do
Step.
it.
Well, you just walked in. I'm sure it would occur to you eventually.
Nah, like I kind of, sometimes I want to just meta game to make it easier for the DM.
Genzo, come with me.
Cool.
I get to use a laser laser cannon.
Right, which I figure is kind of the trade-off. Like, we get to fly and use that every combat. We don't always have access to a armored vehicle with a 22 AC and hundreds of hit points. and also sweet state-of-the-art weaponry.
Yep. I mean,
Wouldn't
you
it
know,
improve-
Gendo the artificer is loving this.
Does the Humvee have a stereo?
Oh, absolutely.
Cool. Bon is in control of it and slaps anybody's hand who tries to change it off of thrash metal.
Well, shoot. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to make this work. It's going to be a little clunky. Occasionally the animation is going to get glitchy because I have to use 2 screens at once, and I think that's what's causing the issue. But if I'm quick about it, I think we'll be okay. Let's have each of you roll your initiative to get started. Oh gosh, yikes.
Jesus.
How does one select the?
I have never once in this whole entire campaign rolled double-digit initiative. Never.
Just roll the initiative off your sheet without clicking on a token, and then I will go ahead and manually add each of you.
Wow, we are all rolling pretty terribly.
Yeah, this is pretty fugly.
I have a +11 and I've never rolled above a 16 initiative.
Alright, just so things don't get
You-
stupid.
Can you imagine how bad your rolls would be if you didn't have that?
I know, true.
We're gonna pause the, everybody comes to a screeching halt real quick, and we're all breathing at each other rather heavily as we get our initiative sequence in place. And then we'll resume the chase. Wait for the director to call action. 1, 2, 3, 4. One of you is missing. I think it's Kai. And then...
Trying to finish the level quick.
Oh, gotcha. You can, if you want, just roll a flat d20 in the chat log off to the side so that you don't have to mess with your character sheet. Oh boy.
I'm not that ambitious.
Okay, so Ozzy is there. Genzo. It's a little clunkier to do it this way, but it is possible. Celestiana and... Whoa, we're halfway there. Okay, BattleBot, roll your initiative. 14, that works for me. And then we'll put your stuff in. Ozzy got a mighty 12-2-2. Bon a mighty 2. Vehicle stats for attacks and all that, absolutely. But of course, if you have, like, for the driver, you're going to be using your land vehicles. And then that's probably going to be one of the few, if not the only exceptions here. You're going to use the vehicle's dexterity bonus or the vehicle's intelligence bonus plus your land vehicle's expertise and what have you. This vehicle's a little intuitive in that respect, so it does kind of want to help you out.
What's the Humvee's bonus?
Open up the character sheet. It has all the
Yeah,
attributes
I'm
in there.
looking at it. Which one am I using? Am I using like that, the vehicle's intelligence bonus in addition to my own?
Correct.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay, and Kai got a 4, if I recall correctly. Her dexterity is bogus, or that might be a Tabashi on Sunday night I'm confusing with. But holy moly, I can't believe the BattleBots are going first. Wow, who'd have thunk it? Okay, well, let's get characters.
We're letting them feel important.
Yeah, I mean, good on you. Good job.
That's what happens when you're the good guys.
Okay, so there are sirens blaring, there are robotic voices over the loudspeakers. Halt! Pull the vehicle to the side of the road. You are in possession of stolen government property. Halt or we will open fire. Bon John Bovi, I assume, immediately halts and puts both hands on the wheel and waits for the police interrogation.
They're not doing that again.
I turn the radio up and say, Siri, play Overkill by Motorhead. And I hit the gas.
Okay, we're going to open fire with our weapons here. We're in fact going to scoot in a little closer. Almost 20 feet or so. And we got 6 battle bots here, each of them with a blaster rifle. Even the driver is leaning out the window to open fire here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these shots, and they are all aimed at the Humvee. Youch. Calm down, bunch of movie. 2, 3, good gracious. 4, holy moly. 5, what the fuck? 6. Good God. Man, the poor frickin' Humvee. Let's get this thing linked up. Get a health bar on it. Bon John Bovi is doing the driving, so I'm gonna let you control the health bar here for everybody to see. Mending will work wonders on this vehicle, and we are afforded time to do some repairs, at least on the hull itself. If any of the important mechanical components are damaged, we will likely be leaning on our artificer for any repairs in that respect. But I think
I have mending, actually, as one of my cantrips.
Nice. Yeah, so far all of this damage is against the hull. If we get below 50% health value on this thing, then we're going to start running into some potential mechanical complications. But 12, 29, 39, 44, 50, 61, 70, 86 points of damage, I believe, between the attacks that hit. This thing does not have resistance against the radiant damage. It is relying on a lot of hit points and a lot of armor class that these battle bots came well prepared to counter.
I'm resistant. Just strap me to the back, I'll be the shield.
Got grumpy old Don here as our moderator for this evening in Streamland. Thanks for joining us, buddy. So how are we looking on the health bar there? It doesn't look like it has taken any damage.
I gotta look. So, oh, sorry, you shouldn't have left me in control of the health bar. Well, how many of those hit? The 28, the 28, the 24?
And the 23 way at the top, I believe.
23 at the top. Okay, I see.
I think it was 39, 49, 50, 60, 76, 86. Oh god, I lost count as well. I had it. 40.
Sorry, and then how do I change the health bar? I've always done it off my character sheet. I don't see it on the Humvee sheet. Like, I don't have a HP to change.
If you click the Humvee itself, do you have ability to affect that thing?
Oh, yeah, okay, I got it.
Excellent.
Okay, so you said 80 something?
That's okay. Looks like Ozzy got it. We should be at 136 total HP. And that will conclude the battle bots with a rather devastating first turn. Holy moly. Ozzy, you are in the Humvee, ready for your response.
Dimension door. No, just kidding. I'm just going to take a shot at the white car at the very top with the yellow stripe. With this swivel machine gun.
Okay.
Oof.
Man, that is just sad all around.
That didn't show. That doesn't have the bonus on it. That should be plus 11. When you hover over it, it says plus 0. Oh, never mind. It's got plus 9 on there. Just
yeah, he rolled 2 plus 9. Yeah.
Yeah,
he just rolled
yeah.
piss poor.
Yeah, that's rough.
Honestly, if I could add my own attack bonus, it'd be better.
Oh, sure. I mean, you're not proficient in this thing at all. You're like trying to figure out how it works, and you think you've got it lined up, and sure enough, you do. But it's like the Futurama Asteroids episode. You should have shot where I was going, not where I was.
As I'll just take them as. Like, how does just slapping Bon in the back of the head is like, drive faster!
Bon with no knowledge of modern vehicles, like. I think this is as fast. I think this is as fast as it goes.
This is the
Bon
vehicle's
crash
top
into the
speed.
Nexus event.
I can get out and run faster than this.
It's a Humvee, man. They top out at like 45.
All right, Genzo, what are you thinking for your turn?
Thinking of using a fireball, actually.
Amazing.
Nice.
Since they're pretty close together, so I'm thinking if I place it here, those two cars will get it.
Oh boy.
So,
oh man.
So from his staff, he drops a fireball over there.
Evasive maneuvers. Oh boy, and we have to use the car's dexterities instead of our own, because if we use our own, we're potentially diving out the window to avoid the damage. Okay, yeah, these are pretty sleek vehicles. They've got 18s in dexterity, so I'm looking at a 13 and an 18 after modifications there. Looks like 1 yes, 1 no. Did you upcast it, or is it just the 25?
He's using it from the Staff of Power, which basically gives a 5th level effect for 5 charges. So yeah, it is upcast.
Okay, okay. Let me put the health bars on these things.
Obviously, skip the sharpshooter damage. I forgot to uncheck
Sure.
it.
Sharpshooter with a fireball. How do you do that? Erupted inside
Very
of
carefully.
his mouth. Like a bad acid reflux.
Thread the needle, Genzo.
32. Okay, who made it? We made it. So 16 is coming off of you. And 32 off of you. Okay. Yeah, these cars are definitely feeling it. This one's got a huge scorch mark right on the front. And it looks like the windshield has been cracked pretty severely as well.
That's it then. End turn.
Tyler, what you thinking?
I'm gonna just toss Toll the Dead down at the middle car. So I'm gonna lean out my window and
Does Toll the Dead have to be cast on a creature, or can it be used on an object? Because the car is certainly not alive.
aren't they called Christine?
Are they what? Christine?
Yep, creature. All right, so I guess I'll try and hit the driver.
Oh. You certainly have line of sight. It's a little tricky to finagle, but you can eventually make that connection between the two of you. What is it on my part? A wisdom save? It is. It is a toothpick. Oh yeah, we are just all kinds of wise. Not with that, though. Okay, well, we'll take some of that. 8 damage to the driver. Got it. Strong driver.
That's all I got.
Man, we need Bond to do some slick maneuvers to, like, drive backwards for a second so we can line this shit up with the rail gun or something.
I was thinking about it. I was like, what if I slam on the brakes, hit the rail gun, and then gun it? Like, what can I do? Like, what can I do, you know?
Start heading back the other way, back towards the front gate, make them all turn around. Okay, so Celestiana, you've got the next move here.
I posted heat metal. I'm gonna go ahead and use it on the white car.
Oh.
That's awesome. That's so cool.
Okay, okay. Causes red hot, glows red hot, any creature in physical contact. We've got these beautiful insulated leather chairs here. Any creature, yep. Use bonus action to increase, yep. If you're holding or wearing the object. Kind of.
Well, if the object is wearing.
Yeah, I don't know if I can drop the item. I suppose I could stop holding onto the wheel.
Or jump out of the car.
Yeah, very true. If it doesn't drop the object, disadvantage. Okay.
So I think I roll something for that, right?
It is 2d8 of fire damage.
Hang on, stupid security thing's trying to pop up on my control.
Okay, so we're gonna roll con saves here as a result. Is that 2d8 right there? Wow, that is piss poor. Yowie wowie. You're targeting the northernmost car, you said?
Correct.
Okay, we'll get it. We'll get it. Car will also get it. And then our guys inside, con saves. They both made it, it looks like. And anything else for your turn there?
No.
All right, Dave, you've got the helm.
I know what I'm gonna do. I think back in like session 2 or something, I found a big sack of copper coins and I stuffed them in my pocket. I'm gonna pull out this sack of copper coins and just throw it out the window, and try to hit one of the cars behind me and break their windshield.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be down, 2,000 copper or whatever.
What is your strength? I'm just like.
I have 20 strength.
20 strength, of course. I mean, you're a fighter, so that totally makes sense. I'm just like picturing most characters like try to heave it out the window and it just instantly falls to the ground. It's so heavy.
So should I roll, or do you want to do like a dex save, or
roll an athletics check? Let's
okay.
Start with that. I'm also picturing the Seinfeld episode where they pay the guy back for the Cuban cigars with a pillowcase full of change. Are you Gak? Yeah. Here's your money. Oh, God.
I gotta get creative, you know? I don't have a lot of options right now.
Okay. Let's check dexterity save for this vehicle. Die 20 plus 4. We do miss you there, Ken. Wow! Oh my God! I mean,
no fucking way! Come on!
You're about as precise as you can be there, and they just managed to swerve out of the way of that.
Sigh. All right. Would you consider that an attack roll?
I would.
Then I'm gonna make my other attack roll and, I don't know, shoot my crossbow out the window. At BattleBot 4.
That's how we do it in my neighborhood, bitch. Oh man, I thought that's it. Skeet Storm. I was like, what the heck spell is that? Okay, 18. I think that's good to hit these battle bots. We are.
Sorry.
Oh no, Daisy is 20 for the battle bots, and more so if they are inside the vehicle.
Unbelievable.
Whoa.
I throw my crossbow back at Celestiata. Really? Please? And I guess that's my turn. I can't believe I missed with the sack of coins. I thought that was so good idea. That's it.
Oh man, that is halfway through our round right there. Let's check here on. Yep. Okay. BattleBots next round. I suppose we are going to hope for the same kind of success we got last round. Jeez, that was pretty epic. They're going to be talking about that at BattleBot Camp for the next few weeks. Blaster Rifle 1.
Not when they die.
That's a miss. 2. Also a miss. Now we're looking good. Oh, and there we go. There's a crit on 3. 4 is a hit, son of a bitch. And 5 is also a hit. Crap. 3 shots in there. Crit, hit. 27, 37, 45, 52 points of damage right there. How dare you do the math before me? That is correct, though. Yes, 52 points of El Radianto damage right there. Yeah, fireball damage to the bots inside. I gave them successful saving throws for effectively having full cover, but they did take half damage. And who else do we have?
Our car is looking rough, boys. We gotta do something about this.
Yeah, that is really looking bad. Yeah, we don't want those things to even land one more attack, as there is some nasty black exhaust starting to seep out of the hood, as well as the back exhaust pipe. Let's pass it to Ozzy. Your turn. Hopefully we can even the scales here.
Do you still have that 5th level spell in your back pocket that we got from that shrine or whatever?
Oh no, I've fully used it. Can't remember what I used. I can't remember what I cast, but I used it to kill the Class B we fought ages ago.
Disintegrate's a good move. I like that.
Yeah, I'm just going to take shots with the gun then. With extra attack, would I take 2 attacks with this swivel gun? Down?
You would.
I forgot that last round.
Oh,
There we go. That's better.
who's what's the target? I missed it.
I'll keep on the white car at the top,
The white car.
since I missed last time.
60 points of damage. Whoa, that is most of that thing's HP right there. And we're going to have to do a mechanical capability check here. That is the official terminology for it. And that's what you want to frickin' see as this thing starts spiraling and weaving. And we're going to need a operator's check here as well to maintain control of the vehicle. And that's exactly what you want to frickin' see. And if I roll a 6 on this die, this is about the best possible result. 3 3s in a row. All right. Well, unfortunately it's not a 6, but this vehicle just kind of carries forward crazily straight ahead after it's clear the BattleBot is having a hard time maintaining control. And it smashes into the pavement, completely wrecking the vehicle. You think you see a BattleBot trying to crawl out of the remains of that, but you guys quickly leave that behind in the dust. BattleBot 2, with a handful of HP left, will not trouble you anymore. I'm going to just back these guys off the map as we quickly hasten past that. There's one. Let the
Okay, I can't really do anything as a bonus action, so that'll be me.
Okay, Genzo, your turn.
All right, we're gonna try and laser the battle bots. Laser that middle car there.
Gotcha. Might want to have Bonjon scoot a little to the south right there in case these things move out of your line of sight.
All right. All right. So yeah, we're gonna do the middle car that's already damaged. If that's okay.
Yep.
All right. So this is laser turret, correct?
It certainly is. Whoa! Look at that. Sweet nectar. That is a significant chunk of damage. Now we're going to have to check the operational capacity for this one here. Let's do it on the animated screen here. That's a close one. How about our driver's check? Okay. Good. Yeah, it's clear that that has a major effect on the vehicle, on the bots that are operating it, and they kind of end up over here at the end of all that. It looks like there's a brief moment where they may lose their flight capability, but this BattleBot is a bit better trained.
Okay, that's it. Enter.
Okay, Tyler's turn is about to come into the initiative when, for whatever inexplicable reason, this idiot right here gets a legendary reaction. And holy crap, he's coming right for us! Tyler's not the one driving either, but it is Tyler's turn. This does not have...
I'm gonna railgun the fuck out of that driver.
Okay, it does appear to be a pedestrian driver, if that impacts your decision. This is not a BattleBot or a police vehicle coming to cut off your escape. This is somebody using the road for their own purposes, and apparently we use the left side of the road instead of the right side of the road here for forward progress.
As you should.
All
You
right,
guys are
then
on the
I'll
wrong
shoot-
side. As you should.
Exactly.
All right, then I'll shoot the railgun.
I mean, it does kind of look like we're on the
God
side.
damn it! Shut up.
A little bit.
I'm gonna shoot the railgun at the ground underneath the passenger side to try and shove it towards the driver's side out of the way.
You're going to try to hit the pavement so as to redirect the vehicle, so to speak?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Go ahead, take the shot. All right, let's check on our driver there in the opposite vehicle. I'm also going to need... Oh, God. It's going to be a reactionary... And in that respect, I would say let's do a dexterity saving throw from Bonjon Bovi to see how he also is able to react to the seemingly imminent collision.
Okay. I'm not great at those, so here we go.
Ooh, it's good news.
Do I get the bonuses from the car, or...?
The dexterity bonus would also apply, yes.
Okay. So add 2 to that.
I'm gonna give him a point of inspo.
That's very helpful. Okay, so yes, this guy here, in fact, is going to get pushed further onto the sidewalk as Bonjon just kind of jukes around him, and this guy goes flying past And then underneath our pursuing BattleBot patrol there. And Celestiana is up next if Tyler doesn't have anything else.
No, that's it.
Feeling spicy.
Okay. That could be beautiful were these things not flying higher than 20 feet to begin with. It's likely to just be a beautiful impediment in the road that these things go right over the top of.
Yes.
Yeah, that was one thing I had to counter almost immediately, because I was like, if we're going to have any combat here, these things have to be able to avoid walls, because that's going to be the first go-to, and it's just going to be like, crash, yay!
Give us the loot.
Why even build the map?
Final Fantasy.
Why even have a combat?
Do you have control winds prepared by any chance?
I was looking at Call Lightning.
That would also be good.
Yeah, maybe we should go that direction. Because I still have, I mean, so technically, hang on. No, I don't think they can. This I'm supposed to be able to use heat metal as a bonus action on subsequent turns, right?
Yeah, she can use heat metal as a bonus action.
Yeah, you could just keep doing heat metal. That's not bad either.
So then that means that I wouldn't be able to cast Call Lightning because that would end heat metal. Asking.
I may hand the handbrake. If they are both concentration spells, you are absolutely correct.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll just do heat metal then. I'll just leave that. Yeah, since it's already in play.
Was it it was this one down here, or was it the one that already crashed that we were heating?
Oh, crud, you're right. I'd have to redo it.
Can you...
Can it just transfer, or do you have to... Let's check. Heat metal... Yeah, it doesn't look like it gives you a free transfer. You can use bonus action to cause the damage again, but it's not like Hex or other things like that where you can just say, okay, and now you're the target. Yeah, Call Lightning could be critical against that busted one there to the top.
Let's do that then. Sounds like fun. Hello. Do you need me to post it, or you guys know it's
yes,
just fine?
please. Yeah, post it up.
Oh. Okay, hang on 1 second. Boop. This is what my brain sounds like.
Okay, bolt of lightning flashes down. Each creature must roll a dex save. Lightning damage. Okay. Go ahead, roll the damage. I will start rolling the save. I'm not going to bother with the guys inside. We're just going to use the vehicle and hope for the best.
Oh man, should I do 3 or 4? I'll just do.
Okay, looks like half damage for successful save. That's still pretty significant at this stage. We're going to check the operations of the vehicle again. Okay, that did not cause any additional issue aside from some hull damage, unfortunately. Definitely got the damage, though.
Okay, well then, I'm good.
Okay. Bon John Bovey, currently driving this monstrosity. What you gonna do?
I was gonna say I could hit the brakes and line up the shot for Tyler, but then they're gonna go next and then just do the same thing. I think I'm gonna set it up so that we can hit him with the laser again.
All right.
I'm gonna move. Yeah, I'll go like here. And then I'm gonna try and Ray of Frost this car here.
Okay. Oh, look who's back.
Actually, no. How much HP do we think that car's got, you guys?
At the top, probably not a
It's
lot.
flying.
I'm gonna magic missile it, actually. I'm just gonna put a whole bunch of darts right in the engine block.
Oh boy.
Bonjon, look where you're going.
Yeah, it looks like Demogorgon is back. The
Dun
Lord
dun
of
dun.
all demons floating right in the path of this vehicle, almost like, come at me, bro! Okay, 811 damage. That is significant. We're going to check the vehicle again. This could be huge. That is indeed correct. We'll check our piloting. And yeah, that is a uncomfortable but not as nearly devastating a crash as the previous vehicle. This one comes down with some measure of control, smashing down into the pavement. Additionally, it's complicated by the arrival of this guy who's driving on the wrong side of the road because he saw what was coming up ahead and thought he would get around the Humvee, only to all of a sudden have a BattleBot cruiser smash down in his path. And thankfully, he's able to just swerve around that nonsense, heading back in that direction as our second BattleBot cruiser is now destroyed and out of our lives.
Can I still maneuver to get around to this Demogorgon thing, or does it not matter?
You can certainly maneuver if you so wish.
I'm gonna give it a whirl. I'm gonna try to move up here. And then that'll be my turn.
Okay. Well, Demogorgon is in play now. Roll a land vehicles operation there, Bonjon.
You got it. So it's just my intelligence check, and then I get plus an extra 5.
Okay. Wow.
Damn it.
Jeez.
Do I have inspiration or hero points or anything that I can use? I don't think I've ever spent one.
You do get
One
a
more
force
for you.
point each week. Everybody's at that point now. The force is strong in the campaign, so everybody gets 1 force point per session.
I'm gonna use mine.
Okay.
I'll burn the inspo for you, so you.
Okay, right on. Cool.
Okay. So yes,
I
you were
got
able
one.
to swerve sufficiently out of the way here that Demogorgon is one of the more challenging foes you will ever encounter. But you evade him to where we try to lash a tentacle out at the Humvee, but we are targeting a space 10 feet away from where you end up. And you guys just all see Demogorgon get left in the distance as well. The BattleBots will now make their final pursuit. You can now add aggravated assault against Kazumiri City security to your list of charges. Pull the vehicle to the side of the road before it is too late for you. And they're going to shoot again.
I can't even hear him. The motorhead is too loud.
Oh, the armor absorbs both shots. That's what we like to see. Ozzy, your turn.
Eat my ass.
Oh!
I'll hero point the first one. No. What do you call it? Inspiration, the first one, sorry.
Okay. Inspo for 48 damage there. That is freaking huge. That could potentially end it if things go well. Oh, wow. Man, this vehicle is built to last. It does not suffer the slightest imposition to that damage.
Action search. No, that'll be me then. I'll once again slap Bon and tell him to go faster.
Okay, Genzo, back to you.
All right. So, laser turret on this guy.
Briefly saw Demogorgon floating by the window. They're like, hey!
Yeah. It's kind of like ignoring that.
Beverly, how you doing, my friend? Oh.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna spend a force point to reroll the first one.
Okay.
Oh no, not force points. Sorry, inspiration.
Okay. 26. There we go for 21 damage. This thing had 18 left, so it explodes in midair in a fantastic plume of fire, and your group successfully makes it off the map without any further issue.
All right. Genzo turns on. Did you see Imogogan?
I start casting Mending.
I put a superior healing potion in the fuel tank.
Yeah, exactly. That's the look right there. The thing with mending on the vehicle, we are going to need to have the vehicle, I guess not necessarily at a stop, but we are going to have to be outside to be affecting the hull damage that was
That's fine.
dealt.
They got 59 seconds till we have to get out.
What you talking about?
Because it takes a minute to cast.
Correct. You'll need to be outside for the entire casting.
Oh, well, that sounds ridiculous.
Well, I mean,
I
longer
can-
casting times, that's just the price you pay. If it were an hour casting time, you'd have to be outside for the whole hour.
All right, I sit on the roof.
Does Bon Jovi keep the pedal to the metal?
I mean, if we've eradicated all threats, I'll slow down a little bit.
All right. Any RP you wish to conduct here? This is a good time for such.
Yeah, Genzo will say, "Did you see Demogorgon?"
I believe so. I think we need to get the hell out of here.
Yes.
Demogorgon, who?
Oh, you did not see. There was a creature. Apparently, it is hunting. And it is
Hunting us?
No. I think it is hunting me.
Hunting you?
Yes.
All right, well, you need to leave. I mean,
I think I agree.
I was going to say, I don't think Tyler's seen him yet.
When he showed up earlier, he said something about contract and hunting me. But I feel if he does show up again, I do not wish for you to be involved.
hold on. Does he look cool? Can I, like, use pieces of him as awesome cleric gear? I've got a pretty sick mace I could, add some spikes to.
He is a major devil.
Major devil?
Yes.
All right, well, now I have to kill him. I mean, I'm a cleric, I can't just let devils walk around here. In case that wasn't clear, that means you're not going anywhere. So
We shall see. I would not.
no, there's no seeing, because as long as you're here, that means it's going to attract him to us, which then means to me, which then means I can kill him. So
Genzo grins. Ah, here he is. Yeah.
You guys
this-
just
the
see
thing
it, just see it running in the distance, like trying to keep up, and you guys just are outpacing it.
hey, is that it back there?
It looks like it.
Is it in range of the machine gun?
Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, we're
do
gonna
a
try.
quick 180 U-turn. I'm gonna shoot it with the railgun.
Look,
Back
man,
off, bitch.
I got a +5 to drive in this thing. That sounds like a difficult maneuver. Have you ever like drifted a Humvee before? I'm liable to flip this thing.
Oh yeah.
Azzy, let me help you. Sorry, Bon John, let me help you.
Yes, let's
We'll
both
just
put our
unlock the
feet on the
hubs. It'll be
gas.
fine.
I'll sit in your lap. I'll do the steering.
Absolutely.
Just throw
not.
some
We're just
sand on
gonna-
the ground.
We're just gonna keep going.
Work the pedals, tall man.
Yeah, even with this thing's
All right,
speed,
all right.
Demogorgon is no
Tyler's
match.
gonna get on top.
Demogorgon is no match keeping up with this thing, even at a reasonable speed. If we're going to have a guy get on top, though, we may wish to reduce said speed. And as far as that Nexus is concerned, reducing time is not something that we may feel is anything we can afford. There is that
Nexus.
highly unstable magical Nexus somewhere deeper in the city ahead. You've made it through the entry gate, you made it through the impound area, you stole this vehicle from the police lot. Right now you're on this elevated path that's just kind of going by a lot of the city, as we can see. A lot of this area doesn't seem to hold any interest for us. Apartment buildings, office buildings. The Nexus is still ahead in some respect. Thankfully, this vehicle will allow us to make up for any time we may have lost by going to the Crystal Cave a couple sessions ago, if we lost any at all. But otherwise, in that respect, any further delays at this point may not be advisable.
I'm gonna maintain speed, but I'm gonna try to keep it as steady as possible.
Yeah, we
Good luck, you guys.
definitely have some stability damage here. This thing was rolling really smooth when we first got it, and every few seconds there's a noticeable jolt as the back left side of the vehicle is rocked oh so briefly. It's not anything that's terribly inconvenient, but it's definitely not the maintained vehicle that you guys had just a few minutes ago. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I've never tried to ride on a vehicle going 55 miles per hour before, so let's see some people post spider
It's
climbing
easy.
or acrobatics/athletics checks.
Can I just hold on to the turret?
To gain
you need
advantage on the check, sure.
So you need acrobatics for everybody?
If you're gonna try to get outside of the vehicle and walk around.
Oh,
out
yeah,
there.
no.
Yeah.
Advantage, you said, yeah?
Yeah, that'll work just fine right there. It is one of the more uncomfortable experiences. Not often your characters are used to traveling at this speed and having this much wind pressed in your face or against your backs. But at the very least, we are able to spend a minute out here. Let's get a posting of the mending spell, please.
Tyler, be careful.
Okay, yes, this will effectively work as a Cure Wounds spell on the vehicle. So a die 8 plus your casting modifier for each of you, and that is what is restored to the Humvee.
You said die 8?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 11 for me.
For me.
All right, 24 HP back to the vehicle here. Signs ahead indicate that we are
24.
quickly
Oh,
approaching
you got it.
Kazumiri City street markets. There's also a heavy blockade on the freeway ahead. Looks like a police barricade of some sort. There is a wall of traffic probably about a half-mile long before even getting to that blockade that this vehicle would likely have a very difficult, if not impossible, time traversing. At least to the barricade itself. As far as getting through the barricade, that's most likely impossible in and of itself. Curiously, though, there is nobody here. It's like the police, city security, whatever the case, set up this blockade, got a 50 or 60 civilians to stop at said blockade, and then everybody seems to have just gotten up and walked away. No sign, no trace of anybody in any of the vehicles. Some of the doors are still open, but for the most part, a lot of the vehicles are just sitting dormant and completely void of anyone. It's a very eerie scene as you guys approach.
Can I railgun a path?
You can certainly try. All right, so we can certainly use the weapons on this Humvee to destroy. The path before us, it is going to be pretty time-consuming to do so. More time-consuming than simply getting out and going over/through it. No doubt whatsoever about that. That is kind of the call at this point for your group to make. How deep do you want to take this vehicle in, and is it worth the trade-off on time?
All right, well, if we disembark, can I rip off the railgun?
That's a negative. This is
What
not
about the laser turret?
This is not a character scale weapon by any means. Even the laser gun could be ripped off, but it is completely electronically attached to components within the Humvee. None of our characters have the skill to completely remove that and fashion it into a character portable backpack of any sort, especially with the time constraints that we have.
Okay, what about the machine gun? Because I have personally carried 240s and 50 guns. Listen, I just want a machine gun. You can say no.
I feel like a dick, and I feel like also that I'm kind of going through my usual day-to-day inability to communicate basic information. We're facing the choice between the time limitations, or how do we want to interact with this vehicle? Can we disassemble some of the weapons and perhaps take them with us? Yes. Is it going to be quick? Absolutely not. Do we have a lot of time ahead? We certainly do not.
We can always come back for the car.
Yeah, let's ditch this thing in an alley, and we can come back for the machine gun.
Yeah, and take the key.
Yeah, don't forget to lock doors. We'll,
Sounds
we'll
good.
leave Gilly here. Just leave the window cracked.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny. All right. That's going to be it for that. That's going to pass us over to here. Certainly could have been. And in lieu of that, we are going to put it to a final chance of the dice. Let's have everybody roll a percentile, please. All right, now we're talking. Bonjohn's suggestion as far as finding a discrete location to ditch the vehicle seems to have worked out a little better than expected, as not only have we found a off-ramp to get off of here, it also appears that the alleys that we're thinking of ducking this vehicle into are clear enough that we might have found a alternative route to the street markets, which is kind of where we're getting the vibe that this coalescence event is at. The trade-off, unfortunately, is in fuel for said vehicle. It's not until this point, after we've gone through the high-speed chase, that Bonjon looks down and realizes that the fuel level is at 35%. And upon reaching these ground level neighborhoods and navigating an alternative passage, our fuel level is now at 25%. That is the downside. The good side is we're going to get to take this vehicle with us on to the next map. It was not a great chance right there, but you guys actually did very good on those percentile rolls. I think we're also going to want character scale tokens on this next map, so give me a second to set that up and then we will proceed.
Reverse drift.
I didn't realize I had opened up all the streets for you, but whatever. This is our kind of new middle ground between dynamic lighting and fog of war. Maps like this we might tend to see a bit more with a fog of war effect as opposed to dynamic lighting, so you won't see things automatically change around you as we're used to. The buildings themselves are dark and will require you to access them through the entry points. They will require a bit more searching on your part as well. I don't necessarily have door icons on the map like we do with the dynamic lighting. You're kind of relying on the map artwork itself to kind of notice where the breaks in the buildings are, where doorways would be. Street markets are likely to have a variety of interesting things, but as I didn't realize I had revealed the entire map to this extent, there's one final detail that needs adding. let's keep on dancing at the Pink Pony Club. Oh dear, that is our Nexus event. More to come on that as we get a little closer. Come a little bit closer, you're my gonna. And yeah, finally we have found the Cyberpunk Yakuza. We have only found a few of them in the field. At this point, we are now discovering many of their heavily modified, juiced up security forces here in the city proper. The street lights are providing ample lighting on this map, so our usual 60 feet limitations for gloom are, for one of the few times in this campaign, not subject to this map. And yes, the Cyberpunk Yakuza likewise are fully aware of your presence, rolling up in a Humvee. Whether they have received information from the BattleBot security forces, whether they're just on the alert for anybody approaching the neighborhood, who knows what the case is, but this one right here lets out a loud air horn that everybody in the vicinity is fully aware of. Yeah, exactly. And that's going to kick off the next segment here. This will be the map that we conclude the first half of the Coalescence Act 5 on. We've got some Yakuza to deal with, and a Coalescence Nexus event that will prove quite interesting, to say the least. Each of you on the board, go ahead, roll your initiative, get all that stuff in place as usual. We'll get the combat and everything established before we take our halftime. Yeah, we got these idiots. Freaking idiot. Eat the food, Tina. Wow, 22.16. Yeah, he rolled a 19 and a natural 1, and for some reason it shows the natural 1 there instead of the 19.
So I was just typing, I was like, do you have advantage?
He does. At least that's what the dice show. Okay, so yeah, let's get all that. Let's get all that. Five of you, one of me. I'm going second. All right, well, that'll be a fun turn order to check out on the other side of our intermission, friends. We'll be back shortly with some more Are You Gaming?
Right into them.
Be smoke break.
Hope you like roadkill.
How do you have plus 23 to initiative?
I don't. I rolled a 19.
Oh, I saw. Okay, never mind.
He has an initiative. He has advantage, sorry.
I don't think I do. I can't see any particular reason why I should have advantage. I don't know why it's indicated advantage.
Maybe you had something that gave you advantage and you lost it?
I would love to learn some of these zombie slayer feats, but I don't think that I meet the prereqs for them.
I think for Orange Peeler you need a mental and a physical stat of 18.
Yeah, I don't meet that.
Oof.
I got high strength and that's it. All the rest of my stats are pretty mid. I got 13 dex, 14 con, 15 intelligence, 11 wisdom, and 9 charisma.
Gotta get smart, buddy.
Vaughn is good at one thing.
Whooping ass.
The next time we get an ability score increase, I'm going to round out my dexterity and my intelligence, and then it'll probably be feats the rest of the way.
That's a good thing about warriors. They do get it
Yeah,
more
fighters
often
get
than
extra ASIs. It's pretty sweet. Eldritch Knights are fun just because of the features they get, but it's so dumb. I don't get third level spells until level 13.
Gotta keep at it.
Yikes.
You guys get Fireball at level 5. I get it at level 13.
Yeah, but what you get is sustain. Right? I mean, if you think about it, we only get a certain amount of spells a day.
Right. Yeah, and I only get 2 slots. Right
Yeah.
now, what am I level 8? Right now I got 4 first levels and 2 second levels. If you guys are full casters at level 11 or whatever, you guys have a ton.
Yeah, but you're basically effective at every combat.
Yeah, right. Oh, I'm not whining at all. I just, as far as magic goes, like I got it to cast absorb elements and shield more than anything else.
I mean,
Hey,
that's
I have a
generally
question.
how people do it. So yeah, wise choice.
Yeah, what were you gonna say, bro?
Uh, bra. Anyways, I added a feat tough or whatever. Does that automatically increase my hit points like on roll 20? Or do I have to do that on my own?
I don't know. How much?
Hang on.
You're level 8. How much hit points do you got?
59.
69. Is that what you said?
59.
Oh,
59.
59. You probably gotta add it on there then, because that sounds about normal for a level 8 druid.
Well, it depends on what
All
your
right.
con. I mean, if your con is like in the negatives, then
I don't think it is. I have to check when I get back inside and walking my dog. Who?
What?
So right now,
Institution.
restitution.
I was just asking a question.
Welcome back, friends. Let's get into it here. Let's see how this first half of Act 5 is going to come to a close.
Go ahead, Genzo.
Yes, Genzo's got the first spot. Yes, he do. Here's good news for Homer Simpson.
yeah. All right. Yep. All right. Since the jig is up, he's basically going to pull out his infused pistol and take a shot, or take 2 shots, anyways.
Okay.
We're doing shots.
Oh yeah. Let's spend an inspo on that one.
Looks like you are at disadvantage if it's between 50 and 150, so even inspo is going to be using the first roll. So you're going to want to re-roll, and hopefully the first roll is better than 14.
Au contraire, sir.
Ah, that is counter. Okay, well in that case...
Oh, you know what? I forgot to do sharpshooter. Which
No, that's plenty of damage.
Alright,
Ow!
then alright, now I've got sharpshooter on. We're gonna do the second shot.
Oh! Well, that's
And
2 for 2.
yep. And then bonus action, he's gonna say, Bon, you wanna start running? You can get a head start now. So you may move 20 if you want.
Sorry, who'd you give that to?
Bon.
Oh, Can I use that 20 feet to move the car up, or are we on foot?
You're where you want to be, and yes, you can.
I'm gonna move the car up. Can I rotate it so that it like provides cover for the group?
Yes. Who all is still in the vehicle? Because if so, they're coming with you.
I'll be in the vehicle.
Yeah, I think we'll all be in the vehicle for now.
Okay. So yeah, just go ahead
Yeah.
and move the vehicle up, and then everybody can adjust their tokens accordingly on the other side.
And then I'm gonna rotate it so it's like at an angle and like take it up the street, you know?
Gotcha. If you face this side towards the east, you'll have your laser trained in that direction as well. You'll be able to bring 2 arms to bear.
That is what I do.
Okay. Do you know how
Am I
to
able to-
do you know how to twist and tilt your token?
I was just gonna ask, how do I do that?
If you click the token, do you see the little circle on the upper left? There you go.
I sure do.
Same thing works with all tokens. There's just sometimes a little difficult to find the little reticule there. So very well, we've got the vehicle in position. Everybody can move their token up, get a little cover inside on the other side, whatever the case is. The Yakuza get the following turn. And damn, yeah, I guess we're gonna break out our little submachine gun there, and I think, oh yeah, that's at disadvantage. That's a long ways away. Rat-a-tat, tat-a-tat, rata. Oh boy, an 8. I could have dealt 8 damage to most of you there if I had rolled better. Instead, we're going to go rethink our life choices here around the corner and get out of all your guys' line of sight. And then pass it over to Ozzy. Everybody's chilling out here in the car now. Man, I thought we'd be able to cover better ground if we had a vehicle. Instead, it's like we're going slower than ever.
Yeah, as he's seriously considering jumping out. And just running.
It's like 100 hit point shield for all of you right now, so it's like, why get out?
So slow.
Well, remember, this vehicle moved on Genzo's turn, not
Yeah.
on the driver's turn. So
That's
the driver gets to go again.
That is true.
But
I'm just impatient. You guys should already be around the corner by now.
can Azzy just like literally jump in the seat with Bon and just use his turn to drive? Just to get us moving?
Look, man, on my turn, I'll get us there. All right, just relax. Sorry, I rolled a 3 on initiative. I'm gonna get us there. Okay.
I was gonna action and bonus action dash.
You could.
Yeah, can I just move the truck though?
That's a
Yeah, you
negative.
can-
If you're proposing it the way that it has been suggested in jest, it sounds like he controls the gas and you control the steering. So even if I say yes, you're able to adjust the orientation of the vehicle, not necessarily its positioning.
So I'll just cast Angelic Guardian on the homie then. On Bon. Just in case any deck saves come up.
Okay.
I think that'll be me. Can't really do anything as a bonus action.
I'll just put a little sun icon there. Celestiana, how about your turn?
Not wanting to be the first up there. What are we all doing? Are we gonna go run up on this, guys?
I don't know, but
Yeah,
the
we're gonna
radio
clap.
the radio seems like it's stuck on Baker Street right now.
Sorry, I had to do the dishes.
Yeah, we're gonna clap this guy to answer your question.
It looks like an octopus stuck to the top of his head.
Oh my god.
So are we all just like holding our actions, waiting for Bond to drive? Is that the short of it?
That's a good idea. I think if everyone is
I think
ready on
so.
the, you guys are ready on the guns, and we turn the corner and just blow these dudes away.
I mean, unless this is also an opportune time for prep spells if anybody has that kind of stuff, because a lot of times it's just like we start off and the enemies are 20 feet away, so any attempts to prepare a spell are kind of lost. So this is one of those rare opportunities where we've been afforded a little time. So if we have something in that respect, now's a good time to do it. Otherwise, if we're literally scrambling through our sheets just trying to find something to do, then yeah, we probably want to hold our action and just wait for Bond to get us in a better position.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's do that. That sounds like a good plan.
All right. What's Tyler thinking? Did he get out of the vehicle, or did you just forget to put yourself back in there? Uh-oh. We didn't lose joint, did we?
He took a nap on his break.
Look at that! Taking it like a champ!
John T. Is he with us? Well, okay. Let's safetitude. And Bon John Bovey, and then there were 4.
What's my movement speed on this car? Can I get it around the corner?
It's got 60 feet with a move action.
Cool.
I think it's like 90 feet to get around the corner, so you might have to take an action dash as well, but I think you definitely...
Yeah, I'll do the dash with it.
John's just at the bathroom.
Yeah, if you do a full 120, you could get all the way down to here.
Light them up.
Gonna call it
Wait
a
for
day
us,
there.
Bond.
Yep, everybody can go ahead and move up to the vehicle. Oh, gotcha.
Bring Jant back.
He's here with
And
us.
then Tyler will be excited that he can blast one of these dudes with the railgun.
Oh, God.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna steer. Let me turn the car real quick.
Sure.
Like so, that we can use all 3 of our weapons.
Oh, baby.
Ah, you'll learn the lesson from cars. Gotta turn into the skid.
I've just been playing a lot of Helldivers lately, so I got this stupid little truck and a machine gun to maneuver around with.
Well, Kai has a readied action, presumably for a spell, so you can go ahead and do that. Anybody else who is in position to fire one of the weapons on the vehicle, likewise. If you've got a readied action, now's a good time for that.
Do I still have my lightning?
I think that would have gone out because it only lasts for like a minute.
It says 10, I think.
It's 10 rounds. Well, it might be 10 minutes, but I think that passed. Has it been 10 minutes since we had that encounter, Dan?
It has been, yes. Beyond that, even if it were not, we're like 3.5 miles away from where that cloud would still be at.
Valid.
Yeah, the cloud is a stationary thing. It doesn't move around as we do.
I'm so sorry. I was not prepared.
All good. If Tyler's back with us, I would presume he took a ready to action for that rail cannon on one of these 2 idiots standing up against the side of the building. Pretty decent artwork right here. Look at this guy. He is a brave one right there, wearing the socks with the flip-flops.
Gotta protect your toes.
Yeah. This guy as well. I think it's a pretty common theme right here. Yep, we are all rocking that look. Seems pretty common here in Kazumiri.
With some sick tattoos.
Yeah.
Where do you get the artwork for these dudes? Do you make them, or do you have someone that does them, or do you just find them?
I purchased them through the lovely and talented artists on Roll20. I don't necessarily
Right
know.
on.
I don't necessarily know offhand who always does the work, but
Ooh,
I
that
just
sounds cool.
type out keywords and find some pretty cool stuff. These guys actually came up under Cyborg Yakuza.
That dude, it does exactly what it needs to do. That's what they look like.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's Roll20's been around for so long at this point. I remember when I first joined Roll20 10 years ago in 2015. It was slim pickings trying to find some of the more inventive ideas that I had, but nowadays it's few and far between that I'm like, what if I want to do something like this? And I type it in. Whoa, somebody made that! That's awesome!
Right on.
Yes, sir. Alright, so she's got tidal wave 30 feet long, 10 feet wide, 10 feet tall, 10, 20, 30. Damn, too bad the street's as wide as it is. It'd be nice if it just fit perfectly and swooped down to the south. At least we can get the two guys up against the west there.
Free penny.
Roll that again. That is some piss poor damage. 4 die 8, getting a 13. I need to check a little something. 12? Goodness gracious.
WTF, man.
In case it wasn't clear, I wanted you to roll better.
Throw your dice away. Get new ones.
Seriously.
Yeah, what is this? Okay.
Good golly, they were like the worst roll in history.
I mean,
I
I was
swear,
hoping
like,
for
I'm
something.
like, I'm gonna do awesome, and
was
then I
hoping
just
for-
like, phew.
Yeah, I was hoping for like 25 points of damage, so I guess we'll have to add those together.
Well, you still, as long as they don't make their saves, you're still gonna knock them prone, which is cool because it makes them easier to hit, and they can't run up and get us.
Well, this one's just going to be dead. And then this one will take the full damage and be knocked prone. Okay. And do we have Tyler back with us? Going once. Going twice. Oh, it is Genzo's turn. Did he leave the vehicle? Is he way back there, or did you just not move up?
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't move up. That's all. Alright, since we're already here, yeah, might as well just shoot that guy that's standing there. Oh, actually, is he standing or did he get bowled over?
Number 3 is currently washed away in the deluge of that tidal wave that Celestiana put down. Number 1 is still standing tall and at full HP, even though you guys,
Oh,
for
okay.
whatever reason, can't see it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I didn't see that guy. Alright. He'll
There we go.
kind of like he'll get out, he'll put his body through the, like, I guess, through the window to sit on the door, if that makes sense. So that he can then shoot over the top to get this guy.
Okay.
Alright, here we go. Fuse pistol.
Don't forget you still got the laser turret.
I think I actually do more
True.
damage. Let me think. Yeah, no, I think I actually do more damage with this. Well, 5D in radius. Yeah, wait, what do I? Yeah, I'll use the laser turret since it's. Can I actually use the laser turret? Because I don't think it can swing all the way there, right?
It's on the website.
It can from this angle, yeah.
Oh, okay, good. All right, so yeah, sure, why not? Bazam
So,
and bazam.
Hooray!
All right, I'll use the inspo on the first one. So that's 3 I've used.
Wow. Okay, well that's 2 shots, and that guy just got evaporated.
Quick, shoot this trash can.
Shoot the trash
All
can.
right. He says, "Bon, keep going," and he's gonna use rally command again.
Be like
So,
that. Another
and move 20,
feet.
and then enter.
Be like that bad tag team match back in the day with the New Age Outlaws and Terry Funk and Cactus Jack when Cactus Jack got tossed into the dumpster. And what got shot out of the dumpster but a explosion of styrofoam? Oh, damn it. Are we moving the
Right,
vehicle up? Go ahead.
Yeah, Bon.
Wait,
20.
is it whose turn is it? Is it my turn?
He did the rally
Genzo-
command to give you 30 to give you
Okay,
20
okay,
feet.
okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Might want to straighten out.
Never.
Yeah, and then enter.
Okay. Yes, indeed. Let's check with the Yakuza. We got right here. I think we're going to try to stab through one of your tires with our vile katana. We got somebody close enough. Well, that didn't do anything. I guess first we're going to have to stand up and then get close enough to do that. That's our turn. And, well, who's next but Cyber Yakuza 4 and 5. We're going to take some shots.
Vodka or tequila?
Chivas Regal.
You gotta go scotch.
Let's go. Wow. Off of the very durable hull of the Kazumiri Humvee. Our next Yakuza will likewise run around the corner. I think I bolted too far out. That's probably more our movements there. We'll try a shot there. Yeah, rum is more my thing, and usually is part of a rum and coke, or better still, a mojito. A 22, is that the AC exactly? For the Humvee?
They hit us.
Yeah.
I believe it
Yeah.
is.
Yep.
I think so. So if you are inside the vehicle and a 22 also hits you, you also take that 11 piercing. This thing has successfully penetrated the armor, got a shot through the window pane there, and a few of us take some little scratch damage.
Yeah, Genzo was shield.
Bring the shield to bear, very cool. Just try to line. Darn it. You are out of the way. Yeah, it's better. And, well, shit, yeah, I guess you'll come over here for 15, and then we will all 30, 45 down in this direction. There's a bunch of Cyber Yakuza way over here in this western alley. I don't know where I am on the map. There they are. They are making their way south. They were over here, and they hustled that way. We got something very interesting going on down here. Our characters are sufficiently close enough. I think now is the time to discuss the Coalescence Nexus. If you have not already been privy to this information over the last 3 tables, each of whom have encountered their own Nexus event, then this will come as some surprise. I have usually prefaced this with if your character is if your character has a magical affinity, if your character is not, this is the intensity of the Nexus that you can feel. That is no longer the case. All characters, regardless of magical affinity or not, you can all sense the specifics of what this Nexus can do, as well as the remaining ambiguity of what it might have in store. Looks like, look at this beautiful swath of fog of war that I forgot to take out right here. Oops. Okay. Each of you can sense the potential of the Nexus event. You can also feel the presence of the Time Mistress nearby. The Yakuza nearby seem also keenly aware of the Nexus's potential. For the time being, if you had to guess, they are stationed around it, almost as if to keep curious eyes away from it. You are all aware that the Nexus will reach its critical mass within the next few minutes. And when it does, it is going to wash this area clean with raw magical energy. Everything will be annihilated like a nuclear explosion. This event can be quelled by the willing entry into the Nexus by a powerful, sentient life force that has gained sufficient stability and experience in this continuum. Each of you strongly believe this Nexus will shred apart anything living of any level of power. Even a counter provided by the Deck of Many Things would be powerless against this Nexus. You're not sure how or why, but you can sense that whomever gives themselves to this Nexus event, sacrifices themselves, becomes one with this event. It's uncertain what the jargon is in that respect. You will not only restabilize the realm by removing this massively unstable magical Nexus, your life force will also be used to determine, as your final act, a major influence in the future of the realm itself. This is where we're going to dial things up to 11. We have the bill comes due, and we will bring Demogorgon back into play over here. And the most interested party in the Coalescence Nexus, at least in this campaign setting. Forgot to put your name tag there, buddy. Everybody's not going to know who you are if I don't do that. They're going to be like, oh, who's that idiot? Okay. The Lord and Master of this realm, this coalesced Nexus of cyberpunk Waterdeep, the Lich Lord of Thay of Forgotten Realms of the Dungeons and Dragons movie released last year. None other than Zas Tam, the big bad for Wednesday and Thursday table for this year and some of next year to come. Additionally, we are bringing a Death Knight with us, a powerful big bad in its own right, serving as our henchman for this combat. We're going to need to get ourselves into the turn order. That works out almost perfectly. It means they go back to back. And the Death Knight goes before Zastam. So we got that. All right. Each of your characters can also sense, even though you can't quite see Zastam just yet, you can sense. He is keenly interested in this Nexus event. It may be of sufficient interest that he might be willing to sacrifice himself into it to gain further influence in this realm in the future. This may indicate in some respect that the sacrifice is not a final play, or it might not be a final play for somebody with resources akin to our big bad. So take that all into measurement. As for right now, it is Demogorgon's turn, and as we said, the bill has come due. The demigod Vecna, who is master of even our big bad Zastam, has commissioned Asmodeus, Demogorgon, and some of the most powerful devils and demons of the Nine Hells and the Abyss to bring him the bodies of 4 individuals who have gained his interest. These 4 individuals got themselves into a rather unique event during our downtime last December, when one of them opened up the Tome of the Stilled Tongue, a direct conduit to Vecna himself. 4 other characters tried to intervene to rescue this character from their own foolhardiness, and all 5 of them became intertwined in this event, wherein 3 of them lost their souls. 1 of them tore out their own eye and replaced it with the Eye of Vecna. 1 of them cut off their hand and replaced it with the Hand of Vecna. Since then, 1 of them has gotten face to face with Zastam and been power word killed for his efforts. Rest in peace, Tank, or maybe not, because Tank has actually seemingly returned to his castle in the last week, if you didn't catch that. But the other 4 characters, who have stubbornly remained alive since that pivotal event several months ago, their time has come. These devils and demons are not effing around. They are as prepared and as overpowered as you will ever find at any TTRPG. And we're going to put that to the test. We have already started probing at a few tables. We actually started Demogorgon versus Genzo last session, as Genzo hinted at. Last time Demogorgon showed up, we used a power word pain to rack Genzo with crippling pain for a round. Then we hit him with a power word stun to incapacitate him for a round. And then we hit him with a power word kill, after which our group had to revivify him. And Demogorgon promised that that was only the beginning of the torment. This here and now being the continuation. So we're going to move right on up. What is this giant tin can you guys are all sitting inside of? This is very awkward. Okay. It's a big spell. I got a lot to read here. Oh, yeah, that's not going to work.
Heal spell.
What's that?
I'm saying he's casting a heal spell on us.
A heal spell. Oh, I
There's
need
a
an
drop.
upcasting option.
Power word mechanic.
Yeah, without a better option, I was going to try to use telekinesis and like just slam this Humvee on its side and like wedge you guys out. But telekinesis has a rather strict and hefty 1,000-pound limitation, which I wouldn't even be able to fucking lift a Corolla with that shit. So, I think I'm just gonna bash the crap out of the Humvee with 7
Yeah, but you're
tentacle
the
attacks.
DM. You can do whatever you want.
I mean, I could, but I try not to break the rules like that because then another player sees that and they're like, ooh, I'm going to use telekinesis and move the Death Star. And it's like, whoa, wait a second.
I mean, our Humvee clearly has smart car stats.
Yeah, very true. And if I had anything less than a 30 intelligence and a 27 wisdom, then I might have even burned an action to try telekinesis on it just to have the vehicle just only slightly move like a centimeter. But yeah, this Demogorgon is way too smart to be effing around with that. So yeah, we're probably gonna be looking at a wrecked vehicle here on the other side of these 7 attacks, unless we just roll really horrible. Gonna need to do some serious repairs on this bad boy. So that is 48 damage to the Humvee. That is 78 damage to the Humvee.
Quit blowing holes in my ship.
That is 106 to the Humvee. Oh, I gotta take another shot at it, huh? Alright.
It has 3 HP remaining. We should bail.
Yeah, thankfully it just means it's gonna be inoperable once it reaches 0. It doesn't like immediately explode and you guys are all just crushed to death. But this attack will render it inoperable. Doors have fallen off, windows are all broken, there's no defensive left to this thing. Its mechanical components are likewise completely damaged, so the railgun and the laser gun are off the table. The machine gun doesn't rely on those components. It's really just limited by its ammo capacity, which is it's got an extreme ammo belt inside of this vehicle. So if somebody stayed behind here in this heap, they could still theoretically blast away with the machine gun at a pretty good distance. But the other vehicles are just completely inoperable at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is 5 of 7 attacks. Who is sitting where? It looks like I gotta get through Ozzy to get to Genzo, or I gotta go to the other side.
Get off of me, Genzo.
I'm gonna try to stare Genzo down and have you roll a wisdom saving throw.
All right, wisdom saving throw coming right up. So the scarab gives him advantage.
Gotcha. Oh, that's the one I was gonna choose as well. It's a DC 25 wisdom save. We're gonna try to hypnotize you.
All right. Oh, hang on. I think he's got resistance to charm. Let me see.
That would probably just give you the same advantage that you already have.
Exactly. I'm gonna try and roll a force point. So
Woo,
it's
7 or better.
yeah, 2d8, right?
Yeah. Come outside, Genzo. Many are afraid to face... rewind, take 2. Many are afraid to face their final day. Yours is cause for celebration. Come, face it with joy. Damn it, you made your saving throw!
Right. Actually, he says, if I go, will you leave my companions alone?
Your companions have not
Genzo,
been
shut the fuck up.
marked.
You're not leaving us.
Your companions have not been marked. I will not harm them. They cannot harm me.
Yeah, he turns and he looks at them and he says, you have job to do. Alright, that's it. It's not his turn. It's not Genzo's turn, so he's not going to do anything.
Right. We're going to take our last attack on the heap that remains of the vehicle. Just as a demonstration of our seriousness. Get out. Apparently not understanding the laws of the initiative that you can't get out because it's not your turn. So, Ozzy, your turn.
I'm going to look Genzo in the eye and gauge his resolve in leaving with Demogorgon. What do I see, Genzo?
What? Sorry, are you talking to him?
Well, I'm not talking to Genzo. I'm just looking in the eye to see, test your resolve if you're actually going to go with Demogorgon or not.
Insight check, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An insight check.
Yeah. I mean, it's quite plain. Basically, he doesn't. Genzo's pretty much, quite simple to read. He's probably not gonna go easily, but he's not. He's definitely looking to try and do something, but to ensure that you guys get away.
It's whether I want to go straight to the getting away, because I kind of. You said we sense Zastam, didn't you?
Sense the presence down there that is interested in the Nexus event, which is basically prodding you further in that direction, despite the obvious danger behind you. You don't yet know that it's Zastam out of game, but you do sense that there is something very powerful and very interested in the Nexus event. It's a very interesting quandary, though. It's definitely not as powerful as Demogorgon.
I'm kind of tempted to take Bon and head down there then.
Now, when you say take Bon,
Like, he's going to carry you like a
going.
baby.
I ain't going down there.
I mean, I could use my +0 athletics to take him down, but I was going to cast Dimension Door. Like, if this Nexus event is as bad as we think it might be, and there's some sort of evil presence down there, I don't know if we want to get there as soon as humanly possible.
It's definitely in its final minutes now, so it's a number of rounds before this Nexus event reaches critical mass and just washes this entire area like a nuke. Zastam seems willing to sacrifice himself, join this Nexus, again, whatever the case is in that respect. It is something that you will have a clearer understanding of, maybe as you get closer to it. Right now you've just kind of gotten the bare information. But Zastam seems to have a vested interest in the continuation of this realm as well, to the extent that he wants to join with this Nexus event. But he's already Lord and Master of this realm, and if whoever joins the energy force here, sacrifices themselves, whatever the play is, has the power to influence the realm in a big way going forward, we maybe don't want Zastam to be the one doing that.
Bon John, do you want to go?
Yeah. Genzo says, go.
Fuck it, let's go. Yeah, you said the weapons besides the machine gun are totally inoperable, right? Like we can't shoot anything with the railgun?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it, man.
Gonna look at Genzo and hold back tears and grab Bon and Dimension Door down here.
This guy just looks at you like, what? Like, am I not even here?
I'll come back for you, bitch!
No! You deal with me now!
Later. Yeah, I take Bon John to here, like 20 feet away from the.
Well, okie dokie.
Go into it, Bon. It's your destiny. And that will be Azzy. I don't think I can.
Okay. Let me check something here.
Move a little bit just to be in front of Bon a little bit, just over here.
Okay. Man, oh man. There we go. Gotta do a little side play right here in private chat. Give me just a moment. Let's spice things up a little bit there. Check your DM. One of you got something. Ozzy, is that your turn?
Oh no.
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, Celestiana.
I'm bowing. I'm just gonna run forward and around the corner. Oh, oh.
Are you just leaving Cyber Yakuza 3 here by himself? Do I get an attack of opportunity on you, or how did you escape the vehicle? It looked like you ran right past me.
Well, unless I'm not to go out the other side. But are there doors on both sides?
There certainly are.
Okay. Driver's side?
It's really just a matter of, like, if you did that, then okay, this is 30 feet, 40 feet, 55 feet for you to get there.
It's good.
Little action dash. Okay, I need to fix this. There we go. All right. The Yakuza all face off against Celestiana, running right through their midst. grabbing katanas and loading firearms in preparation as the Death Knight gets a turn. Go, my minion. Unleash devastation. Keep them clear from the Nexus. Silently, the Death Knight steps forth to do his master's bidding. We will be excluding our Lord Zastam from this effect and including Ozzy and Bonjon Bovi in our destructive wave, striking the ground with the hilt of our long sword, creating a burst of divine energy rippling outward. Both of you a con save DC 18 versus some thunder damage as well as necrotic damage, and potentially being knocked prone if you fail that save.
Oof.
Wow.
I'll burn an inspo for the 16, and I'll burn a hero point for myself and Button.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my force point on this one as well, I think.
Very cool.
So do I roll 2d6 together and add it, or I roll a d6 and a d6 and take the higher?
It's the latter.
Okay.
I saved, thank God.
Major save. That did not break down the way I was hoping. You also made the save. Okay, so 23 becomes 11. And then 13 becomes 6. So it's 11 thunder, 6 necrotic.
Is necrotic classed as energy damage?
Energy is radiant.
Ah, okay. I think it's thunder energy then, sorry.
I don't think that is either. I think the only thing that's classified as energy is radiant.
I'm
could be
resistant to
mistaken, but I
energy
think
damage, that's why I was asking, sorry.
You have like protection from energy or something like that?
No, I've got like actual... It's one of my superpowers, it's energy resistance. I was just wasn't sure which
Okay,
was
yes,
classed.
in that case, yes, that does count. So yeah, the only thing you're not resistant to is physical damage, like bludgeoning, slashing, piercing. But otherwise, any other fire, cold, thunder, electricity, what have you, radioactive even, that you are resistant to entirely.
Hell yeah,
But-
take that, Death Knight.
Alright, that's, damn, that was a wasted turn. Whatever. That's our turn right there. Zastam is next. I think I'm going to... No, probably not. Oh, screw it. Let's go big here. At the end of the Death Knight's turn, Zastam will activate his legendary.
I was about to say, why is he so injured?
Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened there. I was like, what? I was doing some math here elsewhere on the character sheet, and all of a sudden he lost like 70% of his HP.
I was like, hell yeah, he's injured.
Yeah, let's get him. Okay, so yes, legendary magic. We're gonna burn 3 to do that.
I don't have
We're gonna burn a
Don't have
level
spell slot.
7 spell slot here.
I don't have
That is
spell
not
slots for
something I
Counter
like to
Spell.
hear.
And we're gonna throw 10 magic missiles around the corner, 5 of them at each of you.
I cast shield.
Well, that helps you greatly. Against Ozzy, it is 19 force damage. Oh, wait, and this says it's 6th level or lower. I didn't even pay attention to my own thing right there. So, technically, it's 50-50 shot right here. One of you would have gotten a 4 dice. Okay, high is... Damn, I was going to say high is the one of you more likely to be high right now, but I think we're all in the same boat in that case. So, let's, before I do a reroll, Ozzy, high or low?
Low.
Low is good for you or bad for you?
Good.
Good for you. Oh, that is tragic, man. That is very tragic. 42. Life, love, everything. So it is Bonjon who gets the 4, or no. Yes, it would be Ozzy who gets the 4 in your direction.
Yeah,
Bon
hit me
gets
with
the 5.
hit me with the yeah. Give me
Yeah.
all of them.
Yeah, I'm hitting you with 5. I'm hitting Ozzy with 4. So in Ozzy's case, it's going to be 3, 7, 11, plus 4, 15 points of damage instead of 19.
There we go.
And then
Yeah,
we
I'm saving my
reset.
spell slots.
Then we reset our legendaries and take our actual turn. Floating about 25 feet high. We're going to float right above to where our feet are just dangling inside of the Nexus, like he's getting a nice little foot bath there from this experience. Two of you. Which of you is strongest? Which of you can survive my most powerful spell? He asks tauntingly.
Bond points at Ozzy.
As he looks with pride. This is our first time meeting Zastam, if I'm not mistaken.
It is. He's only popped up once before, and that was at the Snow Peak Monastery on Wednesday night, where he used this exact same effect to kill Tank.
I don't even know who you are.
If you are so powerful, then die.
Counter spell.
Oh boy.
Which, as he says, as they die because they don't have spell slots.
Oh no!
No.
I thought you had like a Ring of Spellstorian or something maybe in your possession.
It currently has a Revivify
Oh
spell.
no! I mean, that would be the most useful thing otherwise. Otherwise, yeah.
Don't worry, I'll scoop it up off your body and get you back.
But I completely forgot.
Oh boy.
Hard to kill.
Has that not been used today already? I feel like that was used in the first combat of today.
I haven't used it today, no. I haven't used it.
Do you know
since
how many
before
times
the
you've
Crystal
used it in
Caves.
total? Because we've only had 2 days, and I feel like it's been used twice.
I've only used it. Oh no, you're correct. I have used it twice. My mistake.
Yeah, we used it. We used it when we debuted it, and then we got to use it a second time on this adventuring day earlier in the day. I feel like.
Did I miss a session? I don't remember hearing about this, but if y'all say it happened, then it happened.
Can't remember what it was, but I definitely died. I remember now. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I can easily glance back.
Is it that one zombie that had like 400 health that clapped half of us?
That might have
that
been
was the
it. It could have been the Class B zombie. Or it could. I don't think it was any of the golems inside the Crystal Cave Shrine. I think the only one who really got hurt by that was Merlin. And he was able to back up and heal himself. So it had to be that Class B zombie. That makes sense.
I definitely used that. I just can't remember what it was.
Right.
Save me, Bon.
Well,
Dude,
all
that
right.
was why- You got me up here by myself with Zastam for Death Knight, asshole.
Turns out he's not as powerful as he claims.
The funny thing is, if I wasn't snarky and saved some of my hit points, I would have survived.
I know, exactly. I was looking at your total there. I'm like, oh, man. Damn it. Okay, well, Tyler's got a legendary lich to the south, a ancient demon lord here, much closer to the north. This is an interesting environment. And then there's this forgettable cyber Yakuza guy here to the side, apparently.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Unforgettable.
Listen, Ozzy, I would love to help you, but Genji's about to get Demagon, and I don't want that.
Genzo will say, "You need to save the world."
Genzo,
Okay.
shut up. I'm gonna cast Guardian. Wait. Spear. There it is. I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon at level 5.
Alrighty. Well, that's cool. 29, that would hit fucking Darth Nihilus. It hits Demogorgon. He came prepared. For the next however long, he is immune to all damage.
What a whore.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we were not joking. These guys came in prepared and as OP as you will ever find. They have one task and one task alone, and if they fail it, then they got some big splaining to do.
Tyler, go.
Alright, I guess I will toll the dead this fucking dumbass Yakuza.
Oh, I'm just standing here, dude. Let's be friends. No. Did I do it? Oh God.
Not quite.
Ow. Oh.
And then I'm gonna move around the Demogorgon to flank him.
Oh boy. All right.
And that'll be my turn. Oh wait, I need to
Okay.
summon my Spirit Scythe real quick.
Sure.
Alright.
Okay. Legendary interrupt, perhaps? Maybe.
Does he... So, immune to all damage still means he gets attacked, he just doesn't receive any damage, right?
Correct.
So, he needs to make a concentration check.
I think if he doesn't take damage, it doesn't trigger a concentration save.
believe that's true, but I'll look it up.
Well, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Why would it have concentration if it doesn't matter?
Like if somebody casts Earthquake on me, for instance.
Or Sleet Storm. Or
Right.
Sleet Storm.
Right. Okay, concentration. Yep. Normal activities such as moving and attacking does not interfere. Following factors can break concentration: casting another spell that requires concentration, taking damage, or being incapacitated or killed. So yeah, not just being hit. I do, in fact, have to take damage. DM may also decide that certain environmental phenomena, such as a wave crashing over you while you're on a storm-tossed ship, require you to succeed on concentration, what have you. Zastam is considering... no, you're not within 20 feet of me. And I cannot do anything with that. So yeah, we're going to hold on to our legendaries. Bon John Bovey, your turn.
Fuck, I don't even know what to do. I quickly inspect this device in the middle of my lightsaber. What is it? What does it do?
I mean, it looks like a thick, kind of disc-shaped device that melds perfectly with the metal of the sabers. You would actually need to break both the sabers into individual parts and then detach this device from whichever one of them it sticks to, kind of like the larger end of a wishbone.
Yeah.
To be able to investigate it further. But right now it's just kind of like a flat metallic disc that's
Okay.
maybe like 2 inches thick.
Oh man, so that's gonna be for later. It's not gonna save me right now, huh?
I mean, it's hard to tell.
Yeah, alright. Could I... So you said that we have a sense that the Nexus is gonna shred anything that comes in contact with it, right?
Correct. Although Zastam is dangling his feet inside of it, and
Yeah,
seems
yeah,
perfectly
yeah.
content.
He's undead, though. Am I able to shove the Death Knight? Is that a thing that I can do? I want to try to push the Death Knight into it.
You can. I think it's called shove aside. It would take your action. Bum 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 bum. Shovel. Nice. The shovel. Oh, I thought it said the shovel of annihilation. No, it's a shovel of animation. That makes sense. He used the special shove to force them to the side rather than away. That would actually be more useful in this instance, because the traditional shove would just be straight down.
Yeah,
like
I don't have an angle on him.
Right. The attacker has disadvantage on the athletics check when it does so. If the check is successful, the attacker moves the target 5 feet to a different space within its reach. So you could move it to this space to where it would just be touching the Nexus.
I got disadvantage on it. That's not good. And he's a Death Knight. His save's probably crazy high.
Well, it's his athletics or acrobatics versus your acrobatics. He doesn't get a saving throw.
Oh, okay.
It's a skill check.
Oh, wait, is it against my acrobatics? I don't use athletics for it?
It's your athletics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
still
defensively
not
you can
great.
use either. If you're on the offensive, you have to kind of like strong arm it and use athletics.
Oh, man, I don't know what to do.
But at disadvantage.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bend down and take that ring of spell storing off Ozzy's hand, because we're going to need it.
Okay.
Shit.
It is an attunement item, so
Yeah, what Ozzy said. Can I try it twice?
Do what now?
The shove attack. Is it an attack roll? Does that count? So can I try it twice?
It does, yeah.
Fuck, fuck it. I don't know what else to do, so I'm gonna go for it. Bon is
You
gonna.
really want to piss me off.
Man, I'm gonna try.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Roll your athletics. I'm sure you'll have some inspos tossed your way as the party has a vested interest in seeing this work out. Although 19, that's a pretty good start.
I'll burn a hero point just to up that. Sorry, I'll burn a force point for it. From beyond the grave, Bond.
Wow. Tie goes to defender. 22-22.
You lucky Death Knight bitch.
Wow. Yeah, try it again. All right. Ugh.
I'll burn an inspiration and a hero point this time. We gotta do it, man.
Roll that die 8 on top of the 20. See if we can stack that thing as high as possible. Stack it high. 26. Here's the good news, and hopefully it gets better. My modifier is a +5. Hopefully you make me waste a natural 20. Up close. All right, so we do successfully get it to that point, and this brings up an interesting interaction. Okay.
You're getting killed out there, Bon.
Buddy, I know it.
You gotta get off of the canvas.
Okay, so yeah, this thing just kind of got the side of its head pushed into the unstable magical nexus here, and it's, yeah, you kind of like imagine having the side of your head pressed up against a passing subway train to the tune of 73 points of raw magical. Nobody has resistance to this damage except superhero Ozzy, who resists all magic damage. So yeah, this Death Knight just took a considerable sum of its HP just from that brief touch of damage there.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about. All right, and then I'm gonna action surge.
Yes, baby.
And fucking put my lightsaber on him.
Oh damn.
3
right horse to bet on.
times.
You just hear.
Good, good, good. I find your lack of faith disturbing.
What was that? Tam's voice is real low.
Oh boy, Death Knight's rocking pretty serious armor class right here.
I assumed he would be. Do any of those hit?
Plate armor and shield, our AC is a 20, so it starts off good, but then after that it kind of trickles down.
I'll burn another inspiration for the last one.
Alright, we will take
You're my hero, dude.
another 15 right there, like so.
Yeah, as he's dead, I've got to help somewhere.
Then I'm gonna run away. I'll take the attack of opportunity. Actually, no, I'm not, because I moved up 10 feet, so I'd only get 20 feet away, and then just take the attack for nothing. Never mind.
Yeah,
I'm
very
gonna.
true. Very true.
Here we go. I'm ready for what horrible nightmare comes next.
Let me just just
over
check
Az's
a
corpse.
few of my notes here. I want to make sure I'm tending to everything on my list here. I can see where I'm forgetting a little something there. Yes, okay.
Did you say we gotta feed this thing some powerful magic or something to get rid of it?
A powerful sentient life force that has gained sufficient stability and experience in this continuum, i.e.,
Could my magic sword that I got that's sentient work? The Sharat
that
Duvol or whatever?
you could try it. You aren't thoroughly skilled in the ways of magic to know offhand how that might work.
Okay.
The main precursors that I was so specific to try to avoid are, oh good, we'll use our low-level NPC who's been tagging along with us. Good job, take one for the team, buddy.
Right.
Or
Yeah, but if I got an ancient magic sword, that maybe could work.
maybe.
Maybe, right.
The other or was not so much pertaining to this table, but a couple of our tables fit the bill. If a player had just lost their character and brought a new character in, I didn't want them to also be like, well, I just created this character, I'm not really attached to them, so they'll sacrifice themselves. I wanted this to be a serious contemplation here amongst all of our different tables.
Well, then I think that's it for me. I have used everything that I can this turn.
That is going to put it over to Genzo here.
Genzo will say, Lord Demogorgon, if I give you my word that I will go with you, will you allow me to save my friend?
You tried to bargain with no position whatsoever. Why should I trust you or gift you anything?
I am a Oni of my word.
What do you offer?
Gotta be something pretty big for him if he wants it. Let's see. He says, I have received this relic from an honorable man. And he holds up the bracers that Noburo gave him. He says, this was a gift from a very dear friend.
Roll persuasion.
All right. I'm gonna try a. I'm gonna add in a force point. Sorry, D8. So is it?
Yes.
It's at 20.
All right. Give me a performance as well.
Spend the inspo on that one, and I might as well spend yet another force point. Yeah, brings it to 26.
I find your quibbling amusing. I have no interest in such paltry items such as these, though you will have no use for them when your life is extinguished. Suffice it to say, the games and aims of these liches and their bitches, throwing some extra chaos into the works. We're going to use a charge from our Ring of Wishes. And we're going to use that charge to simulate a lower level spell. We are going to slightly tweak around the casting time of the spell to fit our purposes here. And we're going to throw one of these over at Ozzy.
Damn.
And this will bring you back to life with all of your hit points. Not just one. As long as the soul is free and willing. It is free. So, as long as you're willing, you are back with all of your HP. Closes all mortal wounds. Restores any missing body parts as well. You do have a -4 penalty to all attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. That's the tougher part of the resurrection spell.
Oh, dang.
And you can't cast spells again? Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, I can't cast spells until a long rest. God.
No, that is specific to the caster. If I were casting it to restore life to a creature that had been dead for a year or more, taxes me greatly. That tax is until the next long rest. I am unable to cast any further spells, and I would be at disadvantage on pretty much everything. That does not apply to the person who got resurrected because they already have the -4 to attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks. That's not quite level 4 exhaustion, although that's how we're going to track it. Each time you get a long rest, you are able to reduce that penalty by 1. So for the next 4 days, Ozzy is not as efficient as he would otherwise be. Resurrections can be kind of a curse in a respect as well, which also makes sense why Demogorgon was willing to burn a wish spell to use this instead of just burning a revivify. It might just be that he didn't have a revivify also. Who knows? But Genzo can certainly see Ozzy is starting to stir too there on the pavement to the south.
Yeah, so, yeah, given that he has given his word, he bows to Demogorgon, unfurls his wings, and basically says, as you wish, he says, my thanks. What is to happen now?
The Yakuza looks up at Demogorgon there and then looks at you guys standing by it and is like, yeah, Zastam told me some adventurers were showing up and needed to be stopped. I guess that's also breaking the fourth wall there as well. We didn't know just until now that the Yakuza are working for Zastam, but that is indeed what's going on, and that does kind of spell things out a little bit more as to why things are as they are. We're going to back up here a little bit. Yeah, Celestiana is getting close. Every reservation about Tyler's interrogation. That guy that you captured, though, was not as decked out as these guys. I mean, there's always different tiers and there's always different rationales. I mean, if that guy was bullshitting in any way, he was a very good con artist.
Doesn't matter, he's part of the group. The group's evil, he's evil.
Okay, so yes, we've got Celestiana close to us. And we are gonna try to bring in the heavy hitters. Yeah, we've got a katana, and then we got 3 guys across the street that have her in basically a firing squad. This drifter standing back in the alleyway ducks into the tent over here, hoping to avoid the line of fire. Although, I mean, it's a tent. If the bullets come ripping through, that he's pretty effed. Let's see this. No. Okay, so yeah, let's take some attacks at Kai here. Yowie wowie. That could have been a lot worse, but unfortunately that's looking like 3 hits for a considerable chunk of change of her HP there. At least that's the effect that she expects to take, as this dome of impenetrable force suddenly surrounds her. Looks like somebody was waiting with a reaction to cast as an action, and oh heck yeah.
Yikes.
Wow, I didn't even know I had these. Give me a second to... Yeah, I think we're going to go with that one right there. Whoa!
That's cool.
Yeah, it is. And this little fairy dragon floats up to the other side of the wall that it has just conjured. And it gives a little smile and a wink at Celestiana as all of the bullets and katanas ricochet off of the impenetrable dome. That is it for the Yakuza there. We've got other Yakuza here to the far south. We're gonna, yep, hut. And that's as far as we get. Chosen one! I'm coming. Okay. Demogorgon is up. Prepared for his turn. I am not privy as to what it is you did that angered the god Vecna so greatly. I look forward to finding out more about your fate next. As for your fate in the immediate, you have earned a swift defeat. Allergy attack there. 1 second. We got 6 more of these, so we're going to try to make it a 1-round finish here, but we'll see how it goes. Oh!
Oh yeah, that's way past.
All right. Yeah, HP.
Actually, it depends on how way past. If it's doubled over, then that's it, right?
Oh, geez, I mean, if it didn't do it already.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, but let's wait until you make some DC 23 Constitution saving throws.
well, he doesn't have to anymore. He dies if the HP maximum is reduced to 0. Or, I'm sorry.
Double.
Correct. You have to.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
saving throws will determine that.
Okay. So that's 6 saving throws.
Right, 38, 50, 64, 94. Okay, it's the first crit that drops you. 94, 104, 114, 124, 127, 30, 40, 152 is the amount of damage after the first 4 attacks. The following 2 attacks are both considered crits because you're unconscious and prone. So those following 2 will in fact push you past the death save point and right to death.
Yep.
And then the 7th attack, we will replace one with a use of gaze, and we're going to try to throw that over at Tyler. And we're going to use the hypnotic gaze. Wisdom saving throw, DC is 25.
I'm gonna use hero point.
Okay. 6 or better on that die 8. Nice. No charm for you, as it basically is trying to tell you you don't want to chance this. It's not worth it. And we're going to pick Genzo up with our object interaction. We don't have the action for that. So we will hold still for the time being. We will pass it over to Ozzy's turn.
So how to get 25 feet in the air? Because I really want to hit this Zastan bit. See if I was to see if I was to Misty Step, would I be able to take my 2 attacks before I hit the ground? No, because then I would be in the Nexus.
I mean, yes and yes.
Gonna be PP Pan City here real soon. Somebody's gonna die.
Do you have any high level spells left? I'll throw a Force Blast at him at the very least.
What are you trying to hit?
There's Tam.
What the? There's a perfectly good Death Knight right in front of you.
He's bonds in front of him.
You're a motherfucker.
I'll walk away from Bond. I don't know this guy. Let's take it. Does a 30 hit?
That's a cantrip. We're just going to counterspell that. So, yes, but no.
Can he counterspell like just at will, or does that burn a spell slot to counter a cantrip?
Let's see here. He has normal spell slots like a normal character would, so he does use a spell slot for counterspell. We don't know if he has more than one reaction per round.
Cool. I just wasn't sure if he could do that like at will, just whenever, or if it was, we can burn him down eventually.
For sure. Even Nihilus, the most dangerous big bad that we've faced to date, he had basically unlimited reactions and what have you, but his reactions were based upon the total party number facing against him. So I think it was like 1 reaction per 3 characters, so even then it was still possible to whittle them down eventually. So a foe like this, who's meant for a single party of 6 or 7, definitely not going to have anywhere near that. At most, he'd have like 3 reactions per round.
In that case, I'm gonna instead bust a cap in his ass.
Do you have action surge, or?
Oh no, I have 2 attacks. One of them can be a cantrip.
Oh, right.
So yeah, I'm just going to try and bust a cap. I'm going to burn a force point because I really want to hit this guy.
Okay, 24 is going to hit, yes.
It would only be a 20 because I'm -4 for attacks at the minute.
It's only a 20. That is my AC exactly. And I have already used my reaction this round, so I cannot use my shield spell.
Beats it, baby. Let's go.
On the money. We start chipping away at the big bad. We ain't
Take
due
that
to face
19
this
damage,
guy
please.
until April. Guys getting a sneak peek at what's going to be months ahead. Anything you can do to him right now is just confidence for the road ahead, I feel like. Damage. Do you have, does the sneak apply, or is that not?
I think it's if I don't have. I wouldn't have advantage, so not really. So it would just be
Right.
12.
Yeah, you need the normal circumstances. You don't have Assassinate or Rakish Audacity. Okay. Moving over to Celestiana, you hear a draconic voice speak behind you. Does your character speak draconic?
No. I'm not sure that I do.
It'll be on the left side of your sheet below your skills. You should see like languages and tool proficiencies.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I do
So,
not.
After mumbling in draconic, it converts over to common. How about now? Do you understand me now?
Yes.
That shield will keep you quite safe from the shenanigans of these people around you. Unlike the normal version of it, you'll find that it is capable of moving with you, at least for the time being.
Thank you.
But of course.
May I ask who you are?
I am known as Fredo.
From?
That is a very good question. I am from a place known as the Emerald Mountains, but I do not suspect I am anywhere near that location anymore. But I suspect most of us in this setting would find that to be true.
X. I think that's quite a little predicament. Not sure what to do here. Am I magical enough to sacrifice myself?
If
Am
you
I?
turn your attention towards the Nexus, you do feel a certain attunement with it that you do fit all of the qualifications, if that is something that she's leaning towards.
Would I long strider my way into it? I mean, I really don't want everybody to get blown up over this. Nor do we want Big Bad to get it either, right, guys?
Sure.
I have a super quick question. Is the portal something being maintained by Zastam, or is it its own thing that he's like using?
It is its own event that he appears to be fascinated with. It's clearly not something he has any control over.
Okay, I was gonna say because if it's just him concentrating on it, you could have sleet stormed him, and that sleet stormed, and that would have been amazing. But that's not gonna work. So
Oh, for sure.
Man, someone's got to sacrifice.
Yeah, the biggest thing that might be useful for is removing the invulnerability from Demogorgon, but that might just piss him off to the extent that we lose more than we already have.
Facts. Well, I go for it. That starts making a run for it. No one's gonna hate him. I'm going. I'm going.
Oh, wow. All right.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do
Two
a launch
friends in one
strider.
day.
Yep. See you later, guys. Bye. Making the big leap. Hopefully, it's not totally tragic. Probably will be,
Post the spell that you're casting.
It gives me an extra 10 feet of movement, I think. Let me just sing out a second.
Okay.
Might be like
so you get
60.
you'd be able to move 80 feet with that spell,
Okay.
which is exactly what you're at right here.
Oh. Like, almost at the eye of the storm.
Oh yeah, you instantly take the 34 points of raw magical damage upon entering the
Woohoo!
Nexus. We're going to have you roll a die 20. Oh,
God, is that bad?
Perfect.
when is a natural 20 bad? Wow. That is money. Okay. So, Zastam and the Death Knight, I'm going to have actually as the result of Celestiana's completely unexpected play rushing in this direction with a portable wall of force, and then natural 20ing her will of force over the the Coalescence Nexus. Death Knight and
Is that shield?
Zastam are kind of caught in the no as they try to intervene, and they are unable to do so. They will lose their turns in that regard. Tyler is up next here as we wind down one of the more epic conclusions we've had here.
I'm gonna cast Banishment on the Demogorgon.
oh, awesome! That's so cool.
Can that shield protect me from anything?
I mean, it says it's immune to all damage.
But then I took magical damage.
Interesting. Shh. Yeah, I think the Nexus would actually just kill the shield upon coming into contact with it. That's a level 5 spell versus a level epic spell right there. All right.
But would I still take damage?
You do, yes.
Damn, I'd ask.
Okay, demo, charisma saving throw. I was planning on
Fuck, I need
leaving
to-
anyway.
God damn it.
Sound great.
We're going to take a legendary interrupt, and we're going to plane shift. Oops. keeps wanting to take the Humvee with us. And that is that. And then
Yo, wait, where the fuck did he take Genzo?
Oh, absolutely. We had him in our hands.
You fucking whore.
Bon John Bovi to close out tonight's session.
Whoa.
Real quick, you said the Death Knight lost his turn. Would he have taken damage at the beginning of his turn from being in the void thingy?
He does not, actually.
Oh, that's lame. Well, then he's gonna take 3. No, he's got such high armor class. I don't know. No, I got nothing else to do. He's gonna take some more lightsaber attacks.
I believe in you.
Yeah.
Oh, and I whiff every one of them.
Wow.
As he looks away.
This gets his shield up into position against every single one of those. Yes, indeed. All right. If that's it for Bon John Bovi, then
That's it, man.
let's track our small initiative here over to our Discord channel. We're going to need that for next session, our concluding session for the midway point of Coalescence Act 5. We have been assured of the demise of 4 characters in specific who got themselves wrapped up in the Vecna angle last downtime. We've already seen Tank get power word killed. Genzo is the first of the modern era to meet his demise at the hands of Demogorgon. We've already seen...
a little bitch.
We have already seen Silkus on Tuesday night and Xavier on Sunday evening meet their devil and demonic ends. Well, they haven't actually met their ends. They've met those who are going to be responsible for these ends. And then, as assured, each table, in addition to these losses, we are going to experience a very crucial passing, a sacrifice, a merging with the Force, if you will. Each table has their own coalescence nexus. Each table is going to have one player saying farewell to their character and crafting a new character for the second half of Coalescence Act 5. Their final act as part of this sacrifice will be a major influence to the campaign ahead. In that respect, we still have not gotten to specifics. I've been holding off on that as long as possible. I'm not going to go into any details until session 22 at the earliest, and I may wait until all of the session 22s are done before revealing the full scope of what these sacrifices entail, because I don't want to encourage people on an out-of-game level. I don't want to discourage people on an out-of-game level. I want to keep it all as in-game as possible until they are all complete. Wednesday shouldn't be influenced by what Thursday does, vice versa. Same thing across all 6 of our tables. And that concludes session 21 here, however, for Thursday night. Crew up next. Stew Crew this coming Sunday evening. We kick off the second half of week 21 as they proceed into the underground laboratory. There is an unstable magical nexus deep within the bowels of this laboratory. There are devils and there are demons roaming everywhere across the site. One of them, a Jabba the Hutt wannabe, is after one of our characters. So we'll check in with that this coming Sunday evening, 6 p.m. Pacific. This is Tragically HP, last survivor of the Coalescence. Signing off. Have a good night, all.
That was a great session, man. Thanks for running.
Good night, great
Yep.
session.
Great.
I didn't
Great.
like that last Survivor coalescence with you
Oh.
killing everyone.
Boy.
Genzo, come back,
Take
please.
I'm going to bed, guys. Y'all have a good night.
care. Good
Later.
night. Bye.
Yeah.